Ever wanted to pilot a submarine with your mates as each one of you do different tasks, as you battle enemies, loot whatever comes your way, slowly improving your vessel to finally battle some kind of a boss? Well, that's basically Void Crew, except exchange the submarine part for a spaceship, and you barely notice the difference. This co-op game, and I put an emphasis on co-op, allows you to pilot a spaceship or tinker inside with all the modules, reordering their placement or managing power, or hell, even making new ones. When the time comes to do battle, you can man the guns or run around the ship fixing broken pipes or modules, providing the pilot with engine boost or simply sorting the loot. And when you have the moment to breathe, you can even leave the ship and go on a spacewalk, the EVA or extravehicular activity, and fix the hull, or do some odd jobs like looting a space station. Now, hearing all that, you may think that it sounds a lot, but it's quite simple. And honestly, the game is far more fun than it has any right to be. So then, Void Crew, released late last year, November 2024, and though I had the review key offer from around that time, I was only able to get it in around January, and then only until now I actually got to play it. Yeah, I think I was sitting on it for a bit too long, but regardless, now I'm trying it out. And straight off the gate, let's get the comparisons out the way first. Yes, this and the upcoming Jump Ship are very similar looking games, and actually playing games. Both are also very inspired by the galactic FTL, and most of all this old game called Guns of Icarus, as well as a little bit of Sea of Thieves. However, none of those things are actually bad in any way. Now, for a space game genre to get this kind of a game that puts a focus on using the ship not just only as a pew-pew barge, but also require you to maintain the power, tinker around with internal modules, and most of all fixing these things and keeping them running, all the while doing that from the first-person perspective, let alone doing EVA on top of things, only highlights where the genre of spaceship game has evolved. During my time covering Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, it became clear spaceship games had continued to evolve and innovate better and better gameplay as they put more emphasis on your player character, while still maintaining the use of spaceship in a greater detail, allowing you to sometimes even feel up the spaceship's naughty places. First, it was getting rid of that early 2000s, 90s third-person view and opting for first-person cockpit view. Then with Star Citizen showcasing that getting out of the ship is actually extremely interesting, and more importantly, being able to walk inside the ship or throughout it, seeing machinery, living quarters, cargo bay or engines, is what people really wanted, along with, of course, gameplay to go with it. And now Void Crew and upcoming Jump Ship showcases that, hey, that can be done in a more casual, friendly manner.
I understand some people may have wanted to have the full ship interiors, but I will go back to what we've already discussed. Everything done with Odyssey is purely based around longevity of gameplay and stuff like the sheer scale of these ships. To sort of, it would be fun in my opinion, and I'm happy to be at odds with different people in the chat, which I'm sure I will be. It would be fun to run up the steps the first 5, 6, 7 times, but then after you've done that 1,000 times, you're probably going to be a little bit more, I just need to get into my ship. And especially if you are leaving someplace in a hurry in a big ship, you probably wouldn't want to be spending 10 minutes running down the corridors as people are laying into your ship. So a lot of this stuff is done to enhance the gameplay and to focus on really those core gameplay loops which we spoke about. But for me, I think it's something I'm used to, and it's there. You've seen it.
And now that perspective is a fucking idiotic notion from developers with stagnating minds and game design ideas. But my dead horse beating aside, Void Crew, though being very arcadey game, each of these things, fixing the ship, inside or out, moving modules or flipping switches for power, can create a unique sense of illustrious space sim immersion I keep talking about. Hell, even the ability to walk around and seeing the interior of the ship alone is incredibly nice. But what about Void Crew itself? How does it play? Well, kinda shit, but mostly good. Developed by the first-time developer Hoot Games from Denmark and published by Focus Home, using Unity engine, it's both technically and visually lacking. But before we get into that, the game itself is incredibly arcadey, with very simple controls and mechanics, like for example fixing stuff. It's basically a Helldiver's Arrow minigame with deeper galactic animations, while ship piloting itself is, well, there's no other way to put it, it's 4 degrees of freedom at best. Yes, that basically means that you can go up, Down, side to side, turn around, but there's no rolling. You literally are piloting what amounts to a space submarine or a space wagon with the ability to go up and down. And even at the fastest moving speeds, it's pretty painfully slow. And honestly, the space submarine comparisons are pretty apt, as you're turning cranks and wheels in a very claustrophobic environment, as a spaceship should be, or a submarine. Now, as for enemy AI, it barely exists, and as for collisions, well, they don't exist. No, I shit you not. Several times as I or my friends were piloting a spaceship on a ramming course with an enemy, we simply passed through one another. And as for the illustrious EVA, well, all you really do is either fix the ship for a few seconds or go loot something. So overall, there's really little to do outside of a ship, which is a missed opportunity, frankly speaking. Now, for a simple game, of course it works and it's fine, but when you phase through the closed airlock from the outside due to the pilot ramming you, and you simply being teleported inside because of the collisions not working properly, yeah, it kinda loses that immersion, if you will. No byle lätt att kusties. Sattuko teleporta jos yksin kuji? Jebaušitas kolīzijas. Honestly speaking, I wonder what the hell is the point of the physics for this engine in the first place. But anyways, the game will not unintentionally kill you without a warning or multiples of. Now your friends, however...
error, healing speed minus 95%, duration 20 seconds.
Of course you are. Of course you are. God damn you.
That's pretty funny.
God damn you, you piece of shit. Go fuck yourself in this shit.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be seated.
3.
Fuck
2,
you.
1.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, but...
3, 2.
Fuck you, god damn it!
Whoa.
Hey, Flame Matron. Destroy the hollow boss. This is why I enjoy killing you. I mean, accidentally.
Go fuck yourself. Okay? Kindly. No, not even kindly. Go fuck yourself. Simply. Take a cucumber, a goddamn banana. I don't know, your own fucking fist. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. And that's the appeal of the game, a really casual yet tense resource managing survival co-op game. And as soon as I learned what each thing does and how to be efficient, me and my mates finally got to the first boss and killed it. And the fun didn't stop there. It really felt like, yeah, come on, let's maybe do another one. And that's where the game shines. It's simple enough to get going in the first hour or so and captivating for the next 10 or so. Or maybe tens of hours. Every time you start a new game, you pick up a ship, you pick up a quest mode, although at the time of making there are only two types, the normal boss run and the challenge limited loadout mode, which is basically the same thing but with limitations. So yeah, there's not much gameplay there. Once you picked up all the things you wanted, go for the Deep Rock Galactic grouping up and off you go for the first sector. Now each of these sectors is a basic, simple, single mission with a ticking clock for around 15 minutes per sector. And once you cleared or failed the objective, jump to the void and pick another instance mission, and jump out again. Repeat until boss. And so very quickly you'll notice just how few the mission types there really are, and within our first couple of runs, I think outside of the boss battles we saw pretty much everything there was, which is not great. So the keyword here is repetitiveness. What you get for your troubles is XP and the loot boxes. Now XP determines the level of your character, which allows you to pick more perks, allowing you to do more damage, fix something faster, or fart in space better, along with different ship loadout unlocks. And as of now there are only two different types of ships. And I think it's as good as time as any to mention that these ship loadouts have recommended player numbers. And each one of these ships have a loadout with recommended player number of 1. So yeah, I tried it, and oh yeah, after trying even a simplest thing alone, no, this game does not want to be played alone. Now, despite their shit AI, slow ships, slow combat, and giving you automated weapons to compensate for you playing alone, I can tell you, this is simply not a game to be played alone, unless you really want to pull out your hair. Oh, fuck off! This always online bullshit! I thought I was running a solo game! Oh, on my machine! Oh, no! No! Don't be always online! Why? And speaking of playing with those said people, well, I have never seen this bad of a peer-to-peer network connection plugin or their own code, whatever they're using. Now, obviously they're using the Unity engine, and you can literally buy pre-made plugins for peer-to-peer network play, but whatever Void Crew is using is jank as fuck, as your teammates and animations are stuttering all over the place. Thankfully, the ships can't really go past 100 meters a second, making the combat extremely short range and arcadey. Thankfully, the AI is downright Neanderthalic, so very simple, slow, and basic attacks are only used. And thankfully, the game is based on a bullet sponge principle, so failure in networking is barely felt. But boy, if the game was just a little bit faster or needed a little bit more precise shooting, you'd feel how cooked the netcode really is. And one more whining session is required, so please bring the cheese. Now, the look of the game is more assaulting than even No Man's Sky. Now, here's the thing. Colors, I can take those. I mean, the fact that I've covered No Man's Sky for the past couple of years attests to that. I don't know, whether it's the Unity global illumination mishandling or it simply pairs really badly with the color scheme, but either which case, it made my brain hurt. Nothing felt properly lit. And yet when there was some light coming in through the windows on the port side, all of a sudden I realized, well yeah, there actually is lighting, so what the hell is going on with the rest of the ship? So yeah, it's frankly hard to explain, but hopefully you get the idea. Obviously, if you need a comparison, Star Citizen is right there. But yeah, Void Crew's overly colorful palette just did not fit the type of game they're making, in my opinion. Oh, and speaking of that, the tone! Everything is super serial. The announcer makes the game feel like some sort of grim dark future, all the while you and your mates are running around in a colored spandex sniffing space crystals. And of course, if you need a perfect example how to nail it properly, Deep Rock Galactic. It has a cartoony look and a comedic tone. It fits perfectly together. So that makes me wonder why the hell Void Crew's developers decided to make it so super serial all the time, and yet at the same time also includes silly cosmetics. I don't know, the term we're looking at here is tonal dissonance. Oh, and since we're talking about cosmetics, finally we got to talk about loot boxes. As reward for runs, be they successful or failures, you get to level up your character and unlock a few options. Now, once that runs out after a couple of hours, all you get to look forward to is collecting cosmetics as your endgame progression. And no, I'm not kidding. But hey, on the bright side, loot boxes are not the, paid ones. Well, at least not yet, and hopefully never. So, it's the only type of acceptable loot box. These cosmetics you unlock through playing the game, rather than being sold off for fucking money. God, I hate microtransactions. So, overall, the game is pretty empty. Very repetitive due to lack of variety in mission types. Visually speaking, I almost hate it, but even that said, the gameplay is the kind of, let's go for one more, and then one more, and then one more, until we explode. Now, as a proof of concept for EVA or inside the spaceship kind of a gameplay mechanics for space games, this is a good one. Hell, even sometimes great one. Still, I think Void Crew, despite being first on the market, will still struggle against the other one. However, when the time comes, we'll judge it then. As for now, Void Crew is continuing development, hell, even implementing 6-player co-op soon, with a few more features, and I genuinely am looking forward to what they can make out of this one. So grab a friend with the spaceship, it really can be fun. Hey, if you don't have any friends, well, maybe join my Discord. Among other things, you might find some there, for the LSD trip that is this game. All the links down below.